Hello viewers. Now we are discuss about the game development software and no need to coding to make a game, as well as I also show you some software to build a game with coding. Let's go to the topics. Well, there are 5 free game development software tools to make your own game which are must be unique. What is game engine? A game engine is a software framework designed for the creation and development of video games. Developers use them to create games for consoles, mobile devices, and personal computers. There are 5 free game development software that are Constructor 2, Game Maker Studio, Unity 3D, Godot Engine, and Unreal Engine 4. Constructor 2 interface. You can see that the Constructor 2 interface, and in my left side that's the logo of Constructor 2 interface. Our next tutorials we will teach you how to make a game easily with Constructor 2. Now I am just showing some advantages and properties of Constructor 2. Well, one is no programming needed. 2, second, create once, publish everywhere. 3rd, lot of documentation. 4, asset store, and 5th, pricing. Now I'm telling you the detail of the properties. No programming needed. Constructor 2 is the best option if you have never written a line of code in your life. This game development tools is completely UI given, meaning everything is drag and drop. Game logic and variables are implemented using the game features provided by the app itself. Unfortunately, coding is unavailable even if you want to write code. Second, create once, publish everywhere. The beauty of Constructor 2 is that it can export to dozens of different platforms and formats, and you don't have to change a single thing in your game to accommodate these various options. Once your game is done, you can export to HTML5, Windows Store, Chrome Web Store, or Facebook. With a paid copy, you can also export to Android, iOS, Windows, Mac, Linux, and more. Third, lots of documentation. Constructor 2 has some of the best and most comprehensive documentation I have ever seen for a game development tool. In addition, there are hundreds of tutorials that will help you understand concepts from basic to advanced, and the forum community is extremely active if you ever need assistance. Fourth, asset store. Most programming have no skill in art, music, or animations, but that's fine with Constructor 2 because you can always browse and purchase ready-made assets from the Square store. Most asset packs are just a few dollars, but the professional grade stuff can price at $30 or beyond. You can also buy sample games with source, which can be helpful for studying and learning new tips and tricks. And last is pricing. The free version has all of the core features, but it is limited to 100 events for up to players, to simultaneous special effects, access to only small portions, to the included sample asset, and no permission to sell other games. The personal license is $130 and left all of these restrictions. Well, now I'm showing you the Game Maker Studio interface. You can see the interface, and my left side that's the logo of Game Maker Studio. Our next tutorial, I will teach you how to make a game easily with the Game Maker Studio. Now I'm just showing some advantages and the properties of Game Maker Studio. First, drag and drop or code. It's as like Constructor 2. Create once, publish everywhere. There are lots of documentation. Fourth, built-in advanced features, and last, pricing. Now you can see the Unity 3D interface, and you also can see the logo on my left side, and you can see the interface as like that. In our next tutorial, I will teach you how to make a game easily with Unity 3D. And now I'm just showing some advantages and properties of Unity 3D. First, suppose 2D and 3D. Second, component-based design. Third, very speed uses and documentation. Fourth, create once, publish everywhere. Fifth, assist store. And last is pricing. Now I'm telling you the details of the properties. Support 2D and 3D. Unity started off as a 3D engine, but eventually added official 2D support in 2013. Although it's perfectly capable of creating 2D games, you may run into the occasional bug or glitch because Unity 2D system is actually tagged into its core 3D system. This also means that Unity adds a lot of necessary bloat to 2D games which could affect performance. Second is component-based design. Unity didn't come up with component Unity design, but it had a huge hand of popularizing it. In short, everything in the game is an object and you can attach various components to each object, where each component controls some aspect of the object's behavior and logic. Third, very speed uses and documentation to make the most Unity you will want to use C. The good news is that Unity is so widely used. Third, very speed uses and documentation. Unity has a lot of documentations about coding and design pattern. And fourth, create once, publish everywhere. Fifth, assess store and pricing. As usual, I describe this point at first introducing Constructor 2, so that I skip three types of points. Now I'm showing you the Godot Engine interface. You can see the logo and the interface. Our next video tutorial, I will teach you how to make a game easily with Godot Engine. Now I'm just showing you some advantages and properties of Godot Engine. First, support 2D and 3D like Unity. Themes-based design, custom scripting language, create once, publish everywhere, built-in advanced features, free and open source. It's safe to say like Unity 3D. For this reason, I skip that. Now I'm showing you the Unreal Engine 4 interface. You also can see the logo, and in my next tutorial I will teach you how to make a game with Unreal Engine 4. Now I'm just showing you some advantages and properties of Unreal Engine 4. The properties are: 1. Developed by industry masters. 2. Cutting its engine features. 3. No code necessary. 4. The best tutorials on the planet. 5. Create once, publish everywhere. And last is pricing. Well, now end of my session. That is a beginning for the new game developer. Thank you for watching my video and please subscribe my channel for the next tutorial.